I want to talk today about the Spiegel Eye Roll test and possible uses for it. Now, the Spiegel Eye Roll is a test for hypnotizability, and it was developed by Herbert Spiegel of Columbia University, and it's thought to maybe be a biological marker. And if you had a chance to look at the video that I posted yesterday of the young woman that I worked with in my office, you'll see her eyes roll up in her head, and then she's able to close her eyelids halfway down, and the only thing that you can see is the sclera. You cannot see the colored portion of the eyes. All you can see is the whites of her eyes. Continue looking up. Slowly close those eyelids down. Perfect. Now close your eyes. Go deep. And Spiegel found that people who could accomplish this, there was a 75% probability that that person would be highly hypnotizable. And of course, the young woman that I posted yesterday was very highly hypnotizable. As a matter of fact, when I tested her on the Aaron scale, she was able to go to level 6. She was able to do a negative hallucination. What I did was I disappeared and she couldn't see me. So obviously, Spiegel's test confirmed that she was a highly hypnotizable person. So anyway, please do review the video and see. I want to talk about how you do the Spiegel Eye Roll, but then also some other uses for it, because it can be used as an induction and a deepener. And how could the Spiegel Eye Roll be used as an induction? Well, about 10 years ago, I was at a convention in Los Angeles, California. It was the American Council of Hypnotist Examiners. And we were on a break between classes, and I decided to show some of my classmates the Spiegel Eye Roll. And so I took a couple of them, and I told them, you know, to keep your head level, sort of look straight ahead, and now with your head in the same position, I want you to roll your eyes up as if you were staring through a window or a skylight right around your hairline. And so their eyes roll up in their head, and then I say, keeping your eyes rolled up like that, now slowly close your eyelids down. And then, of course, I was able to demonstrate to my classmates what was a good response to the Spiegel Eye Roll and what was a not so good response to the Spiegel Eye Roll. Well, there was a group of about 8 of us there, and Patrick Coleman, my friend Patrick, was there, and this kind of plays into it. Well, there was an older woman standing on the other side of the room or the lobby, watching us, and she came over and she wanted to find out what we were doing. And I said, well, I'm just demonstrating the Spiegel Eye Roll. And so I told her to, okay, stand there, and I want you to roll your eyes up in your head, and I want you to imagine you're looking through a window right at your hairline. And she started to fall. She started to fall over, and my friend Patrick caught her. See, the issue was, this lady, she didn't know it was a test for hypnotizability. She thought it was an induction. And because she thought it was a hypnotic induction, she went into hypnosis. So that's my example of how the Spiegel Eye Roll could be turned into an induction. There's another example, and maybe I'll talk about this one in a later video, but that's just one where just to show that yes, the Spiegel Eye Roll was actually an induction because this person thought it was an induction. So therefore, she went in. A highly hypnotizable person, obviously. Okay, so yesterday when I was working with this young woman, I had put her into hypnosis a couple of times and brought her out. And on one occasion, I told her to just open her eyes. Note that I did not emerge her from hypnosis. I just told her to open her eyes. And I said, I want to show you a suggestibility test. And so I walked through the Spiegel Eye Roll, told her to keep your head level, roll your eyes up in your head as if you're looking through a skylight right at your hairline. And as you continue looking through that skylight, slowly close your eyelids down. And of course she did, and as you can see in the video, wow, she had a fantastic response to the Spiegel Eye Roll. And then I told her, now close your eyes and go deeper. And when I told her that, then she went super deep. You see, so anything can truly be an induction, and anything can be a deepener. It's just the way you describe it. And as another example of this, I'll give you the Elman example, which is really, really good. He would say to his subject, he would say, you know, he'd hypnotize them and deepen them, and then he would say, all right, now I want you to tilt your head all the way back and feel how deep that gets you. And the person would put their head back and they'd go really deep. And then he'd say, now I want you to tilt your head forward all the way and see how deep you go. And they would tilt their head forward, and he'd say, can you feel that depth? And they would say, yes, I do feel that depth. Well, the only reason they were feeling depth is because Elman told them if they did that, they would feel depth, they would go deeper. You could say, take your finger and I want you to touch your cheek with it, and then see how deep you go. And they'll go, yes, oh yeah, I feel the depth now. Now take it over and put it on the other cheek, and you'll go even deeper. And they can put it on the other cheek and they can go deeper. You see, so whatever you tell them is going to deepen their trance, will deepen their trance, because they have that expectation and they're taking your direction. So I just thought that was kind of interesting. And so now I believe I may continue using the Spiegel Eye Roll as a deepener. It's always good to see the Spiegel Eye Roll anyway, because it's just more confirmation that yes, you have a highly hypnotizable person in the chair with you. So that's all I had to talk about today. That's today's hypnosis tip, and I'll be back next week with another tip on what I do not know. But I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you for tuning in.
Hi, see that red subscribe button below? Please click on it.